for the benefit of our guests, what do we do as Toastmasters? Toastmasters is the #1 public speaking club in the world. If you want to accentuate your leadership skills, if you want to engage in personal development, if you want to accentuate your public speaking skills, communication skills, verbal, non-verbal, it is the best place to be is a Toastmasters meeting, and the best step to take is to ask for how to join. Join Merit Toastmasters Club today, and it is going to transform your life. A regular Toastmasters Club meeting is divided into 3 segments. The table topic segments, the prepared speech segments, and the evaluation segments. But before I tell you more about that, I would like to introduce a beautiful lady to us. We are going to be doing this work together. She is so diligent, intelligent, and resilient. I'm talking about our general evaluator, who is going to working with me to make sure that we have an unforgettable experience today. Who am I talking about? She's a civil servant, a quintessential one at that. She's on the visionary communication pathway as a Toastmaster. This woman has her home filled with beautiful and godly children, happily married to the love of her life. She revels in listening to music, and her favorite quote is by Mark Twain. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Why this dynamic lady is not at work as a civil servant, when she's not at the Toastmasters meeting speaking, she listens to music. So let's put our hands together for the quintessential civil servants, the amazing, the resilient, intelligent, diligent Toastmaster Loveth Val Adinu, our general evaluator. Toastmaster Loveth, please take it away.
Thank you most kindly, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, for the warm introduction. Good day, fellow Toastmasters and amazing guests. It has been proven that evaluations are one of the most important elements of Toastmasters. My role as the general evaluator is to take notes and evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. I shall introduce the evaluation team, and during the evaluation segment, call upon the evaluators for the prepared speech, and call back our evaluation team to give their respective reports. More so, I shall give my overall evaluation of the meeting in respect to timeliness, organization, and performance. Now, it's time to unveil the amazing evaluation team, as I will not be working alone. All for one and one for all. Together, everyone achieves more. Ladies and gentlemen, I will like to call on our accurate timekeeper, TM Kehinde Ajala. She is a serial entrepreneur, a realtor and social worker, loves helping people, and her favorite quote is, "It is what it is." Please welcome TM Kehinde Ajala. The virtual lectern is yours. Madam SAA.
Hello.
Okay, the virtual lectern is yours. Please take over.
Okay, so I will take over from Madam Kehinde today.
Okay.
Dear Robert, towards the end of the preparation for today's Toastmaster, I needed to relieve Madam Kehinde and act as the timer for today. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph Oluwabenga.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. I am delighted to be your timekeeper for today. As your timekeeper, I will time the table topics, the prepared speeches, and the evaluation. You want to ensure that you deliver your speech within the time allotted. I will also show the green card, the yellow card, and the red card, which indicates specific time within remaining in your speech. For the table topics, each speaker have 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at I think I need to come again. For the table topics, each speaker has within 1 to 2 minutes, not 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card in 1 minute, the yellow card in 1 minute 30 seconds, just like you can see at my background, and the red card at 2 minutes. Each speaker has 30 seconds after the red card to complete their speech. For the prepared speech, each speaker will speak within 4 to 6 minutes. I understand there are some speakers that may have to speak up to 7 minutes. I will consider that if that is your case. But for general purpose, each speaker will speak within 4 to 6 minutes. I will raise the green card in 4 minutes, the yellow card in 5 minutes, and the red card in 6 minutes. Each speaker has 30 minutes after the red card to complete their speech. For evaluation, each speaker has 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card in 2 minutes, the yellow card in 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and the red card in 3 minutes. I will now take all the time details with me and report the results at each section. Thank you very much. Over to you, TM Lovett.
Okay, thank you so kindly, TM Benga, for that wonderful introduction and explanation, and for stepping in for TM Kendi Ajala. You are highly appreciated. And next, for our grammarian role, I will be calling on our elegant, distinguished Rashidat Salibelu. She is the past president of Merit Toastmasters, past president of Tutors and Trainers Toastmasters. She is also a business practitioner and a medical devices, a business practitioner of medical devices, and her favorite quote is "Knowledge is power" by Sir Francis Bacon. Please welcome our delectable, elegant, and charming, Distinguished RSP. The virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Vice President Education. You know, each time I get introduced in Toastmasters, I always have to look back. I wonder who exactly is being introduced. Thank you, Madam VP. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Toastmasters Club. It's such a safe space. The beautiful thing is that we are all learning. So what it means is we are free to make our mistakes here, and then we go out and shine. It will feel like we have never had to do anything wrong. So in that wise, I'll let you know what exactly I plan to be doing today as your grammarian. I have just 3 main responsibilities, and I'll cut to the chase, no time wasting. Madam General Evaluator has instructed me, and I verily must do that, to listen for and report brilliant use of language. And by that, I mean your elocution and your diction and your vocabulary, etc. The second responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and friends, is that I shall also make effort to listen for, and when I'm called upon, I'll report what I perceive and I've seen and I've noticed to be misuse of grammar, syntax, vocabulary, maybe mispronunciations. Thirdly, I shall keep track of, and then when I'm called upon, report the number of times that you use a word that I'm going to be introducing to you as the word of the day. Make efforts to use that word of the day a lot today when you are called upon. The word of the day pronounced in British English is camaraderie, camaraderie, camaraderie. And what does that mean? It's a mutual trust and friendship that develops among members of a group. Members of Merit Toastmasters, for instance, we always exhibit a lot of camaraderie. What does this mean? Or, okay, let me tell you synonyms. Some other words that actually have the same meaning as camaraderie: closeness, affinity, togetherness, solidarity, comradeship, yes, fellowship, just being together. Example of the use of that word. There was a sense of camaraderie at the Divisions Awards event. Another one, more than communication and leadership, Toastmasters Club membership helps foster camaraderie among members. Ladies and gentlemen, please make me happy. Use that beautiful word, camaraderie, anytime you are called to speak. And I can assure you that anytime you are called to speak and you use that word, it simply means you can rest assured that I shall rely on the existing camaraderie in our club to commend your contribution to already palpable camaraderie in this meeting. Let this camaraderie help you find your way. Back to the General Evaluator, Madam Vice President Education.
Wow, thank you so kindly, Madam General, Madam Grammarian. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you would agree with me that there's a special, there is this special camaraderie that exists among Toastmasters. Okay, so next, it's a great pleasure to call on the Arcanta to explain her role. TM Benita is a real estate consultant, creating value through client-focused advisory and professional networking. She is a former SAA, Seaside TMC Toastmaster Club. She loves teaching and mentoring. Her favorite quote, never allow others to confuse you on your personal conviction. TM Benita, the virtual lectern is yours.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good afternoon.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay. My role today is very simple. I'm going to play the role of an accountant. That means I'm going to listen attentively to all the speakers today for watching out for pause fillers such as and long pause and unnecessary repetitive of words. So all the speakers of today, take note, because at the end of today's meeting, I'm going to give my feedback, and my feedback will help us to all to become effective and competent speaker. Thank you for today.
Thank you so kindly, our delectable our counter. Thank you so kindly. So finally, I would like to call on our amiable quiz master, TM Tosin Downbelder. What a beautiful name. She is an industrial hygienist, management systems auditor, Pecten TMC Toastmaster Club, motivational strategies pathway. She loves volleyball and acquiring quirky things. Her favorite quote is "Practice like you have never won, play like you have never lost" by Michael Jordan. Please welcome TM Tosin Dalmelda. The virtual lectern is yours. TM Tosin, can you hear me? I believe she's on the call.
Sorry. Good evening. Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, I'm getting feedback. Okay. Sorry, my screen is a bit faulty. Okay. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Sorry. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm not sure that introduction was for me. Good day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Many people don't realize that active listening helps to boost self-esteem, confidence, and positive relationships. Now, as a listening evaluator today, my role is simply to listen attentively and ask a few questions to confirm if you were listening. And I wish to encourage you to listen actively to aspects of this meeting, and I shall be back during the evaluation segments to confirm your listening skills. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so
over to you.
kindly. Thank you so kindly, TM Tosin, for that wonderful explanation of your role. Very wonderful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this junction, I would like to relinquish control to the Toastmaster of the day. Madam Toastmaster of the day, TM Fumi Omotosho, our delectable TMOD, the virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very kindly, adorable Toastmaster, Loveth Val Adino, our general evaluator. Thank you for laying the foundation for a great camaraderie amongst us. Right now, it's time to segue into our table topics segments. You see, most of the beautiful moments in life that help us to develop and get better and greater, we don't prepare for them. And that is why this prepared speech at the table topic segment is one segment that you may not really prepare for, but it helps you to develop and grow in leaps and bounds. Who is going to be anchoring the table topics segment? This woman is a woman of beauty, brains, and brilliance. She is our immediate past president. She's very amiable and affable. I love to call her Dr. Lo. because everywhere she goes to, there's this camaraderie around her and she distributes love. So if you want to get more loving today, please stay on in the meeting. She's a multi-skilled entrepreneur and researcher. She offers gifting, branding, and events planning. She's also a certified mediator and counselor. I told you before, she's the founder of an organization called 360 Degrees Loving. Let's welcome to the virtual lectern the amiable, affable, and indefatigable Toastmaster Ebul Dameda. Over to you, Madam IPP.
Thank you so very kindly, our Toastmaster of today. Please, can I confirm if I am audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Audible, yes. Visible. Let me see. Maybe
that introduction, I had to almost
Yes,
back.
you are.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, you are.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. Okay, so we are at the what we call the table topics segment. And this segment is very important for so many reasons. Like the previous speaker has just said, this is where we learn to practice impromptu speaking. Because in life, many times you will get the opportunity to speak that you will not be prepared for. Whether it's a toast, whether it's that impromptu opportunity to speak with Dangote or Elon Musk, and you find yourself stuttering. Think of Merit Toastmasters as that gym where you're learning to practice your public speaking muscles. Now, before I go ahead, I would like to see how we are feeling in the comment section. So if you're planning to run away because it's table topics, drop a smiley emoji. If you're planning to brave it and speak today, let me see a thumbs up. So let me see the emoji in the comment section. Let me know how you're ready for this table topics segment. I know some people, this is the time when network will fail and they will just disconnect from the meeting, right? Okay. Now, in table topics, in Toastmasters, we speak between 1 to 2 minutes. And I'm sure the timer has explained to you the timing. But if not, let me repeat that again. So in table topics, we'll be speaking between 1 to 2 minutes. When you've spoken for 1 minute, that's the minimum speaking time and you're qualified to be voted for. The maximum speaking time is 2 minutes. And you have a grace. Of course, we're always gracious in Toastmasters. And you have about 15 to 30 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, to round off your speech. Today, we have this beautiful theme that has been dropped by our president, which is finding your why. And all of us have so many places we could have been today, but for one reason or the other, we are here with this camaraderie, beautiful atmosphere in Merit Toastmasters. We are here, and we are here to learn. Yes? If anybody is here to learn, let me see that in the comment section. I'm ready to learn. Okay, so let me say this for some of us that are shy, right? Let me say I'm a recovering shy person. The worst thing that can happen is that you will speak, the world will not come to an end, but will clap for you and you will grow. That's the worst that can happen. So I would like a volunteer at this point because I have 10 amazing questions and I would like us to try our hands on this question. So who is going to go first? I need a volunteer. Oh, I see Tim. Everybody's here ready to learn. Yes, we're all ready to learn and to grow. So who is going first? I need a volunteer. Table topic segment where we are practicing to speak extemporaneously. I need to see somebody's hands up. Do I see Paul Alfred. Paul Alfred, is that your hands up? Wants to be quite fast to save our time. Please, can you unmute your mic if you would like to go first? Paul Alfred, I know you are a guest.
That's my hands up. I put my hands up.
Okay, yes. So we have 10 amazing numbers to choose from, questions rather. What number would you like to speak on? Choose a number between 1 to 10.
Number 9.
Number 9, that's an amazing question. So I'm going to say this as slowly as possible, but I'm not going to repeat this question again. Number 9. Okay. Which Nigerian proverb best describes how you are living right now? Which Nigerian proverb best describes how you are living right now?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. I'm not quite sure this is a Nigerian proverb, but it's what I can remember. It's what came into my head. So I'll say, as you lay your bed, that's how you lie on it. I just realized that everything that I'm doing now, everything that I'm experiencing now is strictly as a result of past actions and things that I did in the past. So what that does for me, it just prepares me and makes me understand that whatever I would want to see in the future, I have the choice, I have the chance to make it right now. So it's quite interesting to just understand that what the next stage of your life would be the consequences of what you do now. So it's reassuring to me, it reassures me that my life is not just anywhere and it's not just haywire. There is a structure, there's a way to it, there's a method to it. And that helps me plan properly and allows me to make the right decisions also fast as well, and just puts me in great control over my future and eventually my destiny. Thank you.
Returning Toastmaster Paul Alfred for rising to the occasion. Please let's give him some emojis to congratulate or to, just make him feel happy that he has attempted what many people would run away from. Yes, I see the emojis. Thank you very kindly. And I'm going to now go to the next question. Who is going to bell the cat? So we have another amazing question. I want to see hands up. Toastmasters and guests. Like we said, the worst that can happen is I will clap for you. That's the worst. What you will do. So please, who wants to go next? Or I will start calling people's names at this time. Okay, so to save our time, I will be going. I see Adewale Jabita. I see Blessing. I see Chidima Happiness. I see Deborah Omodara. Elizabeth Disu. Is that Professor Disu? I see Eme. Okay, that's our evaluator. I see the English doctor. I see Funke Moore. Please rise to the occasion. I will all learn by this. And I promise you the next question will be very easy. I see Iyebiye.
Okay. Good evening. This is Jabita Adewale. You can go ahead.
Jabita, okay, I use your camera on. Let me try and pin you. Or please, let's try and pin
my
that.
camera.
Yes, please, so we can see you. Oh, such a handsome man. Okay, okay. So let me ask you. Yes. Now choose a number between 1 to 10. 9 has been taken.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5 for Adewale Jabita. Now tell us a time when you did something that the sensible people around you disagreed with, but you still did it anyways. So let me repeat that because I'm going to be gracious this evening. Tell us a time, it's a story, and how you something sensible that people around you are saying, but you disagreed with them and you did it anyways. Your time starts now.
Okay, thank you. That was saying
when I wanted to change career. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you loud
Okay, yeah,
and
that
clear.
was when I wanted to change career. Okay, yes, I was actually in the teaching profession before I moved to accounting profession. So I discovered that with my certificate, I could not rise to the position of a principal, and I was actually serving the school. So I did my HND and moved to accounting firm for the training. But before then, I took that bold step to resign and offer free service to the school. So they were wondering, where do you want to go? I said, just leave me. Let me keep serving you. After less than 6 months, so I moved to audit, and I still teach, mentor people. But it was a defining moment for me because I didn't even know where I was going. I just took that first step forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Adewale Jabita. I think you spoke within the minimum time. And thank you and congratulations for taking that bold step. I would like to ask the timer if we still have time to take one more or two more questions. Mr. Timer, are we still within time? Okay. Let me believe so. And now we have one more or two more questions. Who would like to bell the cat? And I would like a female this time around. And I'm seeing so many delectable, elegant, brilliant females in this meeting this evening. And I'm sure some of them are ready to challenge these men in a good way. Okay, so if nobody's talking, I'm going to look through my magnifying glass and call on somebody in this atmosphere of camaraderie in Merit Toastmasters Club. So we have, okay, that's a man. We have Kike Lomo. She's just been, she's been glowing from across the screens, and I think she would bell the cat this time around. Is it a yes or yes?
Yes, yes, yes. Good evening.
Okay, so good evening. And we always loved your beautiful hairdo.
Thank you.
Okay, and that smile. Yes, yes. Okay, so you have between 1 to 10. Just pick a number and let's get the show.
Question 1.
Okay. Question 1. This is a very nice question. Now, this question goes thus. What's one small thing that you do regularly that quietly makes you happy? What's a small thing you do regularly that quietly makes you happy?
Okay, so that small thing that I do regularly that makes me happy is just keep a smile on. I realize that I may not every day may be full of ups and downs, and that I may not always have my way, but I deliberately make up my mind to be happy. So irrespective of what the weather is saying, irrespective of how bad my day looks like, I keep the smiles on. And with that, I'm able to surround myself with positive people, to remind myself that I need to be happy, to be in the right mental state to get my task done. So that small thing is keeping my smile on, keeping my growth on, and remaining happy, no matter how my day turns out or how bad people get under my skin.
You see when we talk about smiles from across, I don't know where she is in the part of the world, but her smile drew me in, and that's beauty of a smile. And it has a way of radiating and helping one, and even affecting those around us. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kike Lomo. And I'm going to go back to our timer. Are we still within time, or can we take one more question? Tiembenga. we are finding our whys this afternoon?
I don't think so. I think we should move on.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. And with that, I hope we've all learned, we've all grown, we've all keep finding our why as we keep progressing and we keep growing. Thank you very kindly. And it's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. One moment, I want to mute my other device. I'm sorry for that, for the interference. Okay. Thank you very much, Table Topics Master, for handling that session with so much camaraderie. Ladies and gentlemen, everything we do at Toastmasters is timed. So right now, I'm going to call in on our able and indefatigable timekeeper, Toastmaster Gbenga Joseph, to know how the respondents, the table topic respondents, fared with time. Toastmaster Gbenga, over to you.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
We can hear you. Please go on.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I can say that all the speakers in the table topic section were all kept on the hot seats and they delivered their best. For Paul Halfred, the first visitor that spoke, he spoke for 1 minute, 10 seconds, and is within time. Sorry, I couldn't quickly pick the name of the second person, but he also speak for 1 minute, 27 seconds, and is within time.
So Jabita Adewale.
Okay, thank you. Kikelomo Oduyebo speak for exactly 1 minute, and she is also within time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gbenga, for giving us the accuracy of the times in a succinct manner. So it's time for us to launch the polls. Let us vote for our preferred speaker. Zoom Master, please. Zoom Master, are we going to have the polls? Toastmaster Paul, Adewale Jabita, Kikelomo Oduyebo. Okay, so it's time for us to vote for the best table topic speaker in our estimation. Everybody, please cast your votes now. Is it Paul Alfred? Is it Jabita Adewale? Or is it Kikelomo Oduyebo? We have 29 seconds more to cast our votes. $15 seconds more. Time up. Thank you very much. The polls have been closed. Ladies and gentlemen, for the benefit of our guests here, I would like to give us a little bit of a background of who we are, or how Toastmasters started about 102 years ago in the country of United States of America, precisely Colorado. Toastmasters International was founded by a gentleman called Ralph C. Smedley. He realized that he had a lot of proteges, mentees who were brilliant, exceptional, intelligent, skilled, but they were not getting jobs. They were not reaching to the heights of their potential. They were not having they were not seizing the kind of opportunities that their talents and skills deserve. He realized that it was because of one thing: they lacked the adequate communication skills. And that was why Toastmasters International was introduced. And the moment introduced Toastmasters to them, they began to grow in leaps and bounds. They began to get jobs, they began to seize opportunities. Their personal growth went into the heights. So, what are you waiting for? If you want to develop yourself, if you want to get better, if you want to speak with boldness, if you want to overcome stage fright, if you want to be the one that everybody will clap for when you speak without fidgeting, it's time to join Toastmasters International. And this gives me great pleasure to introduce to us our next role player. I was there at the stage when this gentleman spoke with power, spoke with confidence, spoke with conviction, and he became the champion of District 130 evaluation speech contest. Who am I talking about? I am talking about our table topics evaluator for today. So, Pastor Obami, your hand is raised.
Oh, please continue.
He's not here.
No, please continue. Easier.
He's here. I can see him in the call, on the call. It's here. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, let me quickly look. Have you found his profile yet? I'm talking about our district champion.
Hello?
A telecommunications professional.
Yeah, Nile meeting, it's 6 o'clock.
Who is passionate about personal development and productivity. He loves learning about people and cultures, plus watching tennis. Let's put our hands together as we welcome to the virtual lectern the talented Toastmaster Emeka Enwere. Toastmaster Emeka, you have the floor.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. That wasn't an introduction, that was a coronation. Thank you for the kindness of your introduction. I am your table topics evaluator for today. That segment was led by Toastmaster Ebu, and she did brilliantly well. Toastmaster Ebu, you led that section lively and brilliantly. I like the fact that you commended every speaker that spoke. There was one compliment for them. Oh, you're looking handsome. I like your hairdo. Well done. I like the fact that you started the segment by explaining what it's all about, extemporaneous speaking, and also you gave the timing rules and you try to link it to the theme of the day, find your why. If there's one thing I would like you to improve next time you play that role is try and start with an experienced Toastmaster so that they set the tone for the other speaking. This is the only segment where we allow guests to speak. So it's good to start with an experienced Toastmasters before you start bringing on the guest. Because this time around, we started with a guest, Paul Alfred. Moving on to the speakers themselves. Mr. Paul Alfred, guest, thank you very kindly for making that bold step to be the first to speak. You chose question number 9. Which Nigerian proverb best describes how you are living your life right now? And you started with a quote or a proverb. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. Very powerful quote. And your message aligned with that proverb. Well done. Now, if there's one thing I would like you to improve, it's applying the pregnant pause. Your speech was at one particular pace all through. There were no breaks. One of the things that make you an effective speaker is the ability to apply the pause. Now, you could have paused before you delivered your central message. And what was your central message? The next stage of your life is a consequence of what you're doing now. If you had paused before you delivered that message, it would have landed with more impact. Also, watch your eyes. Your eyes were going sideways. Your camera was facing this way. So it seemed as if you were looking away from the audience. Apart from that, you were very fluent. Well done. Keep speaking, and I encourage you to join Toastmasters International. The second speaker was Jabita Adewale. You chose question number 5. Tell us a time when you did something sensible people disagreed with, but you went ahead to do it. I like the fact that you started by naming exactly what you did. And what did you tell us? You said it was when you changed career from teaching to accounting. And that's a very, very important part of speaking. Before going into the detail, tell us what you're going to tell us. That way, you signpost your speech and it's easy for the audience to follow. Well done. And then you went into the body of your speech and you ended with a summary. And what was the summary? The defining moment is I didn't know where I was going, but I just took that bold step. You summarized for us. Well done. If there's one thing I want you to improve on, Mr. Jabita, number 1, watch your movement. I noticed when you started speaking, you were on your mobile phone and you were walking. Now, the eye follows motion, and it can be a distraction if your motion is not supporting or reinforcing your speech. And that was what happened when you were speaking. You were walking with your mobile phone and it was a bit distracting because that movement was not enhancing your speech. So watch it whenever you're speaking. Let your motion be intentional. If it has nothing to do with the speech, try not to move. All in all, that was a good speech. Well done for the effort. Our last speaker was Kike Lomo. You chose question number 1. What's one small thing you do regularly that quietly makes you happy? And this is something I don't see from most speakers. And what is that? You were congruent. And what do I mean by that? You were talking about smile. That one thing you do regularly is you keep the smile on, and all through your speech, you were smiling. So your words were reinforced by your facial expression and your tone. Your speech was completely congruent. Well done. I like how you jumped into your speech. It's like you were waiting to deliver it. There was no skipping a bit. And it shows someone who is ready. You knew what you had to say. Well done. If there's one thing I would like you to improve on, start with a story. Now, when you tell a story, instead of giving us the fact directly, it does something to the audience because people tend to believe lessons that are earned through experience. When you tell a story, you take the audience on a journey. You show them that you have earned what you are about to tell them. And so when you are delivering that message, they believe you because you have gone through that journey before them. So tell us a story and then deliver your message, and it will land with greater impact. All in all, that was a beautiful speech. And this table topic segment was awesome. awesomely led by the able Toastmaster Ebum. And with that, it's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow. It's obvious that this evaluation was delivered by the champ himself. So let's keep the accolades coming, the encomiums, the celebrations. Toastmaster Emeka, we celebrate you. Well done, well done. You are indeed a great champion. And we are so elated to have you here this beautiful afternoon. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, are we enjoying the camaraderie? Let's join in and celebrate success. Let's celebrate greatness. Let's celebrate excellence. Like I told us earlier on, a regular Toastmasters meeting, I beg for your grace, is divided into 3 segments. The extemporaneous segments, which we just wrapped up, that's the table topic segment. The second segment is the educational segment, where Toastmasters who are in one pathway or the other, they come up to tell us about, or they come up to make a presentation, give a speech, deliver a presentation according to their pathways. So it's my pleasure today to tell us that we are now segueing into the educational segment of today's meeting. And today we have 2 prepared speeches. The first speech is going to be delivered from the innovative planning pathway by our immediate Vice President of Membership, immediate past Vice President of Membership. Before it comes off to mesmerize us and bedazzle us with the speech, I would like to call on his evaluator. The evaluator of Toastmaster made speech. We've met him before, so I'm not going to read his introduction. But he's a gentleman that I love listening to. He's so intelligent and so articulate. Let's put our hands together as we welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe. Mr. President.
Thank you so much. I am able Toastmaster of the day. No doubt, Toastmaster Ahmed Omar is going to give us that experience with his speech today. And it has been said that he is speaking from the innovative planning pathway, level 4, project 4, writing a compelling blog. I will allow the TMOD to introduce his title, but what is the purpose of his projects and the speech is given today? The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Ahmed to review or introduce the skills needed to write and maintain a blog. And the purpose of the speech in itself is for Toastmaster Ahmed to share some aspects of his experience maintaining a blog. I believe we all can learn from that, and we can take 1 or 2 things as content creators, taking the audio and the transcribing and everything on the writing into picture. So with that, I would say Toastmaster Ahmed Omar, not literally, but please break a leg. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe, for letting us know the purpose of the speech that Toastmaster Ahmed is going to be delivering today. Who is Toastmaster Ahmed? Toastmaster Ahmed Alex Omar is a guru in the packaging industry in Nigeria. Is the president of the Nigerian Packaging Association. Please, can you share his profile? Thank you. He's a packaging consultant with 30 years experience. He's a founder and CEO of Graphic Packaging Communication, LLC. His interests include photography, traveling, playing golf, and his favorite quotes is, "The earth doesn't belong to us, we belong to the earth." And he's going to be giving us a speech on the project Write a Compelling Blog. And the speech title is Writing Nigeria's Packaging Story, Lessons from 1 Month of Blogging Pathway. Let's put our hands together as we welcome to the virtual lesson a man that is highly cerebral and very talented, Toastmaster Ahmed Alex Omar. Break a leg.
Did you know that there's a camaraderie between public speaking and blogging? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Over the past months, I had the opportunity to step into a different kind of communication space. One that doesn't rely on vocal varieties or gestures or eye contacts, but you still demand clarity and structure and connection. I'm talking about blogging. As part of my level 4 elective project, Writing a Compelling Blog, I committed to maintaining a blog and publishing posts every month. I choose to write for Nigerian Packaging Magazine, which is my brand. I own a magazine exclusively for the packaging industry, and I decided to pick a brand called Nigerian Packaging. A platform dedicated to the packaging industry in Nigeria, an industry that is growing, evolving, and quietly shaping the future of manufacturing in our country. Setting up that blog was the easiest part. Look for a platform where you have free hosting. I went online, checked for a free hosting. WordPress was a preferable one. And the real work began when I had to face a blank page, like a student giving blank answer sheet in an exam hall to start answering the questions. Unlike speech, when you rely on your voice to carry emotion, blogging forces you to make every sentence intentional. You know, public speaking is transient, like in radio. But when you read newspapers and magazines, you pay attention to every word. It's not like public speaking where the speech is gone and then you cannot recall, but everything that is written in blogging, you take time to look at every paragraph. it must earn its space, and every post must speak to an audience you may never meet. My first post took the longest. I wanted to reflect that I was an authority in the packaging industry and I was relevant. And the professional told for Nigerian packaging medicine, but I published it and then shifting and planning, you had to do a lot of research and curating information. You have to also edit, do quality control of what you have written. Over the month, I wrote about trends shaping the Nigerian packaging industry. I'm sure it might interest you to read a story on packaging for akara and kuli kuli. What surprised me most was how blogging shaped my communication skill. It forced me to think deeply, organize my thought clearly, and I expect ideas with precision. It also taught me consistency because you have to post, at interval to draw your audience. You don't post and you go to sleep. By the end of my 8th post, I realized that blogging was more than writing exercise. This project reminds me that communication is not limited to being on stage to speak. Whether spoken or written, our words have the power to inform, inspire, and connect people. Each post pushed me to learn more about the packaging industry and understand the challenges manufacturers face. I am grateful to Toastmaster for the discipline this project had taught me, knowledge I gained, and the opportunity to connect with the Nigerian packaging industry through consistent and purposefully writing. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
So thank you so very much, Toastmaster Ahmed Umar. Please, let's celebrate him. Let's applaud him. If you cannot applaud physically, just go to the chat room. Let's say something beautiful to Toastmaster Ahmed Umar. Is the doyen of the packaging industry, and he did justice to that topic. Well done, Toastmaster Ahmed. Thank you for your enlightening and beautiful speech. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, beyond every speech is a message. So as our speakers continue to speak, what is your take home? What is your why? Like the theme of today's event, know your why. Why are you here? What is your purpose in life? Why do you behave the way you do? Food for thought. Let's continue to think deeply as I bring to the lectern our second speaker. Our second speaker, incidentally, is the one who took over the office from the last speaker, Vice President of Membership. She's a very beautiful lady. But before I bring her, I call her to come and speak. I would like to welcome our evaluator. That is the evaluator of our speech. Is our past president, a man of little words, but great action. He's a graphic designer and brand strategist. My own brand strategist. He's been a member of Merit Toastmasters Club since 2019. He's a former secretary, former VPE, and former president of Merit Toastmasters Club. He's the 2023 Humorous Speech Champion. That's the highest level that you can get to in the humorous speech contest of Division F. He's also the former Public Relations Officer 2 of Division F. I can go on and on and on. This man is a highly talented and versatile man. Let's put our hands together for Toastmaster Razak Odejai so that he can tell us the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi. Over to you, Toastmaster Odejai.
Madam Toastmaster of the day, you raised the bar so high. I hope I can measure up. Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction you made of me. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, jolly good afternoon. I have a great pleasure to be evaluating Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi this afternoon. She will be speaking from the presentation mastery pathway, that's level 2, project 1. And the purpose of her speech is quite simple. It's for her to deliver a speech. It's for her to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech in this club meeting. While she was preparing for this project, she learned how to give the persuasive speeches, how to deliver persuasive speeches, and a well-organized speech at that on any topic of her choice. And why I congratulate Toastmaster Akinyemi in advance for a successful delivery, I must put out a warning note to the rest of you that be on your best guard, because she might be so persuasive that she requests you to send your account balance to her. So, Toastmaster Abiola, please take it away and persuade us both to growth. And it's back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Razak. It's always a delight to listen to you. You always give us a chuckle when you speak. You'll be tempted to give her the money in your bank account or something like that. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Razak. That was quite hilarious. So, who is Toastmaster Abiola? This lady is a lady of unparalleled camaraderie. She's beautiful inside out. A food systems entrepreneur and founder of Old Body, a food access platform. She's on the presentation mastery pathway, and today she's delivering her level 2, project 1. Her favorite quotes is, "He who jumps into the void owes no explanation to those who stand and watch." So when this beautiful lady is not doing fitness or listening to music, she is watching movies. And the title of her speech today is "When Growth Chooses You." Let's put our hands together as we welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi. Toastmaster Abiola, please take it away.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it was a Thursday evening around 6 p.m.
I got a call. And when I looked at my phone, it was from the leadership team at Merit Toastmasters. I answered. And then I heard, Tia Mabiola, would you be willing to take on the role of Vice President membership? Vice President membership? My first and immediate instinct was an emphatic no. Who am I? I just joined. Who am I supposed to speak with? What exactly am I supposed to tell them? I'm literally trying to survive table topics. I'm here to grow at my own pace and not to become a leader. So in my head, leadership belonged to those who already had it figured out, the accomplished speakers. So I decided to speak with my mentor. And he told me one simple thing, Abby, you can do it. I thought to myself, maybe I can. So I accepted the role. However, accepting the role is one thing. Being ready for the role is another thing. As the inauguration day drew closer, I began to feel uneasy, very uneasy. I started to hear questions in my head. Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you wouldn't fail? Are you sure they didn't make a mistake? The fear became so loud. I decided to quit. Oh yes, I did quit. Very early on the morning of the inauguration, I sent a very lengthy email to explain why I would no longer be able to continue with my role. Fortunately and unfortunately for me, it was too late. Now, the only option I had was to continue. In a reflective moment, I began to connect the dots. This wasn't new. I've always feared and dreaded public speaking and engaging. When I had my 9-to-5 job, as a junior manager, whenever it was time for presentation, I hid behind my bosses and my supervisors. When it was my turn to speak, I trembled. I began to panic. I literally began to sweat. For the longest time, I felt safe in silence. Of course, until I became a business owner. Because suddenly, I no longer had anyone to hide behind. I had become the person people would rather stand behind. Still in my reflective state, I asked myself this question. If you keep running from growth, where exactly are you running to? Because I've come to realize that sometimes growth shows up as a responsibility, other times as an opportunity. And most times, it shows up disguised as that thing that we fear the most. It shows up as that thing that we fear the most. I still feel scared. I still don't have it all figured out. But I believe that excellence comes from consistency. I also believe that if we agree to go together, growth becomes easier. And now I have no choice. I have to keep going. I have to do it for the dream, for the team, and for the culture. And maybe you are here. You are standing at this same point. Maybe life is calling you into something bigger, a new role, a new responsibility, a new version of yourself, or a new way of doing things. I'll tell you something, like the sports brand Nike, just do it. And also, maybe you are a guest here. You are wanting to speak more confidently. You also want to become a better leader. All you need to do is to keep at it, is to keep going. Because I do not have all the answers. I do not necessarily have it all figured out. I'm still on this journey, just like majority of us in this room today. So my plea to you is Come with us, grow with us. In the spirit of camaraderie, let us show up even when we do not feel ready, so that we can become better versions of ourselves. There's a popular saying in this part of the world: a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So I urge you today, keep speaking, keep leading. If for whatever reason you are interested in being a part of Merit Toastmasters, your guest is as good as mine. Speak to TM Abiola. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abiola. Just like Nike, just do it. Let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate her. Let's the accolades come in. Let's appreciate her. We can go to the chat room. Let's use the emojis. Thank you for reminding us that we should just take up the step and do it. It's time to call for the timers reports. A Chinese proverb said, an inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but an inch of gold cannot buy an inch of time. Over to you, Toastmaster Benga Joseph.
Thank you very much, Madam Fumi. Sorry, TM Fumi. I beg your pardon. The two prepared speeches delivered today were for the time of 5 to 7 minutes. For TM Ahmed Alex Omar, he delivered his speech at the exact 5 minutes, 43 seconds, and he is within time. And for TM Abiola Akinyemi, she delivered a speech for exactly 5 minutes, 52 seconds. And also she's within time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timekeeper. I think we need to edit it better. We have Abubakar Gimba and Paul Alfred. So, Mr. Zoomaster, kindly edit the polls. It's between Ahmed Alex Omar.
I believe it's showing properly from here. Just to confirm.
It's quite correct on my end too.
Oh, really?
It's also correct on my end too.
Oh my goodness.
Correct, yes.
I think my phone is, or my laptop is playing some games. Maybe the laptop needs some camaraderie. So let me give it a hug.
I will assume it's stored the catch. So that was the previous
So
contest.
let's just vote for our better speaker. Let's vote for the better speaker, better prepared speaker. It's time to vote. We have 30 seconds more. 30, 29, 38. Let's go. Okay. All right. The poll is over. Poll is closed. Thank you, Zoomaster, for always being proactive. Thank you and well done. So it's time for us to call on, before we segue into the evaluation segment, would like to call on the lady who just spoke to us, the lady who just decided to do it because there was no choice again. Our Vice President of Membership, Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi, to welcome our dear guests. Over to you, Toastmaster Abiola.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening once again. I want to believe that we have had an insightful and enjoyable meeting so far, because I have had that. At this point, I would like to formally recognize and appreciate every guest joining us today. And this is on behalf of our club. We say thank you for spending time with us. We are truly delighted to have you here. I just shared a bit of my personal journey and how Toastmasters has been a part of it. And you may be wondering, what is Toastmaster all about? Our delectable Toastmaster of the day had explained that, but I'll still say one or two things about Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an international, not-for-profit educational organization that has clubs across 150 countries. And these clubs are dedicated to helping people become better communicators and stronger leaders. The truth here is every one of us here is a leader in one way or another. At the very least, we are responsible for leading our lives. And one of the important qualities of a leader would have to be ability to communicate effectively and also listen intentionally. And those are the things that you get to develop here at Toastmasters. So if you have been paying attention to today's meeting, you will see that a lot of members had to play roles. Some people had speeches, others evaluated to give constructive feedbacks. And that's how you learn, by doing, by being practical and being supported. And one very interesting thing about Toastmasters is the fact that it's a safe place for you. It's a place where you can make mistakes without being judged, because we are all learning. We are all on the learning process. We may be on different levels, but we are all learning. And that's why Toastmaster makes a lot of sense. So today, I'll be urging you, we are on the second half of the year, and it's a good time to still invest in yourself. I promise you, if you come on board this month, by December, you'll be looking back and saying a very big thank you to us for having you come around. And so I want to say thank you to you once again for being here. I hope that you'll be here again during our next meeting. I also hope that we'll be able to bring you on as an actual Toastmasters. So if you are a guest here today, I would love for you to write in the comment box your name and a number that I can reach you on. I'll definitely do well to reach out to you and help you to integrate seamlessly into the Toastmasters fold. I say thank you, and it's back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Biola, for saying that and welcoming our guests with so much camaraderie. Now, I would like Toastmaster, Adewale Jabita, are you a Toastmaster? Can you please put on your video? Let's engage you. Blessing Ire, Blessing Musa, Charles Sunduka, as I'm calling you, Chidima Happiness, Ekene Dilichuku Ubachi.
Sorry, I'm currently on the road. This is my space. I spoke earlier. So can I?
So please, just like Toastmaster Biola said, drop your details to the chat room.
This is Jabita Adewale.
Okay. Please drop your details in the chat room. Hello, I can hear you.
Hello.
You are audible. I guess it's because you're the would like to meet you. Can you unmute your microphone? John Adeoke. Mabelella. Olayinka Olufemi Ogunlano. Please unmute your microphone, unmute your microphones, and if you can put on your videos, I would like to welcome you the Merit Toastmasters way. Hey, who is there? Let's welcome you the Merit Toastmasters way. Olayinka Mabelela, who is there? Happiness, Chidima. Are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
Yes.
You're a guest?
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for? Happiness. I love your name. What are you waiting for? When are you going to join?
I don't know how to go about it. That's why I'm still not.
Okay.
Hello, fellow Toastmaster.
Can you
I'm
take
driving,
my
so
phone
I
number?
don't.
Can you? Oluwafemi Ogunlana. Okay.
I'm on the road.
I want to dictate my phone number. If you can drop your phone number in the chat room. But if you cannot, let me drop my phone number. Send me a message on WhatsApp via the phone, and I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to direct you to the right quarters. My phone number is 002. Please take it. Mr. Femi Ogulano, please take my phone number also. Mabelela Olayinka, Paul Alfred. Please take my phone number 002 301 0456. John Adeoke, Iyebiye Faleye. Please take my phone number. Charles Unduka, Blessing Musa, Adewale Jabita, Chidima Happiness. Happiness, I love that name. Just makes me happy.
Good evening,
Okay,
Toastmasters
hello.
and guests.
Okay.
I'm not a guest, I'm a Toastmaster. I'm a member of the Elite Eagles Toastmasters.
Oh, Toastmaster Blessing. Wow. Thanks for coming. We celebrate you. Please come again.
Thank you.
Please come again. So it's 002 301 0456. Please private chat me. I'm expecting your message so that I can tell you how you can join. Happiness. Don't worry.
Hello.
You
Okay,
love
hello,
it
good
when you
evening.
come
One
on
second.
board.
Okay, good evening.
Thank you. So that's done. We are at the end of the segment to welcome our guests.
Okay.
And it's time to segue into the evaluation segment. John C. Maxwell, the leadership guru, the best leadership coach of our time, arguably, said, a leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So when you come on board as a Toastmaster, you are building your leadership skills. So as we segue into the evaluation segment, I'd like to hand over to our general evaluator. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions, according to Ken Blanchard. And Tony Blair also said that feedback is how we grow. It's good for us to get feedback. So let's put our hands together as we welcome Madam General Evaluator, the Vice President of Education of this club, the engine room that helps us to grow and develop as Toastmasters. Toastmaster Lovett Val Adino.
Thank you so kindly, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, our delectable TM Fumi Omotosho. Thank you so kindly. It's a great pleasure to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that working together as a team fosters a deep sense of camaraderie amongst the team? Let's commence with the evaluations of the prepared speeches. Evaluating the first speaker, TM Ahmed Alex Omar, is TM Ayobami Atolagbe. Mr. President, the virtual lectern is yours.
Madam Vice President Education and our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Lovett, thank you so much. It's indeed that you all will agree with me that Toastmaster Ahmed Omar built a camaraderie environment for us to ride with him in this flight of use of blog. If you agree with me, let me just see your hands up as I continue, which I believe some of you would definitely agree with that. I love the way he carried himself. Most importantly, I love the positioning of your camera. It wasn't as if I didn't feel as if it was a virtual section, because you created rooms for yourself where people can actually see you, even to your knee level. Thank you very much for that. I would love to talk in threes regarding your eye contact, your vocal variety, and your gesture. Indeed, told us that you did not just write it in books, but you brought it to life by letting us see. And I love that you showed it when you kind of see hand movements, eye contact, and vocal variety when your voice changed. Thank you for that. I will also commend you because you made it an interest, a topic we can relate to, and also a comfort level that the information you passed was indeed insightful, that we understood every bit of it. And I can relate as well, as someone that has created a blog, and I know how it can be to consistently write and write every single day and looking at those analytics to say, is it growing in the right direction? Thank you so much. You directly or indirectly taught us about consistency and precision, which you did for good 5 years. Indeed, that was spectacular. I would love to recommend that when you deliver such speeches, as much as you want to take a posture, holding your hand too long and in some certain way below your waist might look not so confident. So take a look at that, and I believe it will be better. Another area you might want to look out, after telling us that you spent 5 years on that long journey of consistency, is actually you would have shared some statistics to back up those stories, like number of readers, the numbers, or the location where people are reading from, and most importantly, your best blog. That would have been so much of a camaraderie. I hope I use that well in letting people know that your line of thought is indeed a good one for us to really understand the power of sharing information, how best we should look out for, or the best pathway regarding creating a blog. So I commend you on that. Overall, that is indeed a good one. And I look forward to your next blog. Kindly share the link with me, and I will definitely read it and share it with others. Thank you so much. And back to you, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lovett.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you most graciously, Mr. President, for that sensational feedback. Secondly, and lastly, I would like to call on the second evaluator, TM Razak Odejayi, who will be evaluating TM Abiola Akiemi. TM Razak, the virtual lectern is yours. Please go
Thank
on.
you, Madam General Evaluator, for bringing me back to the spotlight. That was an amazing speech delivered by Toastmaster Abiola. She took us on a journey of how she had to conquer her fear of stepping up to a leadership position. And I think many people, including myself, could relate to that story. She began with a story. We all know that telling a personal story in your speech endears people and allow them to give you a listening ear. Stories turns a dry presentation to an engaging one. And I think that was incredible. She started by saying it was on a Thursday, and immediately, I bet you, if I could feel it, I believe a lot of other people could feel it too. Immediately, you want to listen. So please, stories are very powerful. Please accommodate them in your speeches. Secondly, she did well with her gestures. She didn't just stay stagnant on the screen. She moved her body and she moved her hands very well. She also used the power of 3. when she said, for the dream, for the team, and for the culture. I think that was incredible. In terms of recommendation, I think she had an opportunity to use vocal variety, especially when a mentor told her that, Happy, you can do it. Imagine if she had used or mimicked the voice of her mentor in that case, guys. We would have felt like somebody else, another voice was in that presentation. She could also make better use of pauses, where she can also use the opportunity to ask rhetorical questions or even ask questions and engage the audience. Imagine if she had said, have you ever been in such a situation? And paused. Some people might even respond, while some people will actually use the opportunity to think about it and ponder on that question. But above all, the icing on the cake for me was a closing. She closed with a call to action. And I felt the spirit of camaraderie in that closing when she now leveraged the stories, our personal story, to now invite people to come on this journey of self-transformation, of growth. And she ended that if you want to become a Toastmaster, you already know who to speak with. Speak with Toastmaster Abiola. Toastmaster Abiola, thank you for that persuasive speech. And I believe even in your future speeches, you are going to always take us to a new level of speaking. Congratulations. And it's back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you so kindly, TM Razak Odejayi, for that electrifying performance. Thank you. So back to you, Mr. Timer. May I ask, please, how the evaluators performed?
Thank you very much, TM Lovett. I have evaluators timing report for 3 evaluators. Firstly, TM Maker, who evaluated the table topics, and the 2 evaluators who evaluated the prepared speeches. For TMA Maker, who has 5 minutes for his evaluation, he spent exactly 5 minutes, 23 seconds, and is within time. For TM Ayobami Atolagbe, who has 3 minutes for his evaluation, he used exactly 2 minutes, 25 seconds, and also is within time. And likewise, TM Razak Odejayi, he spent 3 minutes, 10 seconds for his evaluation. The 3 of them are within time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you most graciously, TM Benga Joseph. So, Mr. Zoom Master, okay, thank you. The poll is up. Please cast your votes. Thank you. Okay, so I think we're done with the voting. So thank you so kindly, our Zoom Master. So next, we shall move on to the reports of the evaluation team. Ladies and gentlemen, you would agree with me that in Merit Toastmasters, we all have this camaraderie.
Think she's frozen.
Yeah, I think she is. Your mic is muted.
Okay, I'm
TMOD.
TMOD, please, ma'am. Can you take control?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Benga, for accurately keeping the time. And thank you very much for your votes, those of us who took part in the poll. So right now, I'm going to call on the next member of the evaluation tag team, my mentor, the lady whose voice always sounds like music to my ears. I just love listening to her. And every time we listen to her, we learn and we grow with so much camaraderie. So let's put our hands together as we welcome to the virtual lectern a lady of sterling qualities, our leader, our mentor, our guide, distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat Saliu Bello, our language evaluator.
Wow. Thank you, and thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I have had a wonderful time listening and trying to evaluate language this afternoon. Dear friends, I heard some beautiful expressions, and I'll quickly like to fill you in on those. Accentuate your skills. By the way, by the Toastmaster of the Day, she not only used that word properly, she pronounced it properly, accentuate. And she did the same thing with succinct and success. The C in between those words is very important. I've heard sometimes when people omit them, well, I'll just say, let's say inadvertently. I also loved when she used the word, she revels in to describe what somebody loves. I love that. And you use the word segue, Madam TMOD. You pronounce the word amiable very well. I do hear sometimes people saying amiable, but I think the word should be pronounced correctly as amiable. Who Will Bell the Cat was by our IPP, Toastmaster Almeida. I like that expression. He's going to take on that beautiful, who's going to take on that really not so interesting task. And that's the meaning of Who Will Bell the Cat. Toastmaster or intending Toastmaster Dewale Jabita, I loved when you used that word or that phrase, defining moment, to mean, well, that time when the course of my life changed. I think it's a beautiful expression and I love that. And we have Toastmaster Kikelomo Oduyebo. You seem to be a master in the use of triads, the rule of three. When you said, keeping my smile on, keeping something up, making something, we have been told that people remember things when they are used in threes. And I think I heard you say something like for the dream, for the test, for the culture. I think, yeah, you were also the one that, no, sorry. I think that was Toastmaster Biola Akinyemi who said that. But triads are so good as rhetorical devices. Toastmaster Emeka Iwere, the champion. Yes, I like the way you pronounce summary. We should avoid pronouncing it as summary. And I like the way you also said something about another person's speech being congruent, meaning falling in line, and you use the word awesome beautifully. I loved when, yes, also Toastmaster Yobami used the word amiable, and Toastmaster Omar, in talking, you talked about public speaking being transient. Yes, Americans will say transient, but the British English, by the way, I think in Nigeria, I know for sure that in Nigeria we speak British English. So it will not be transient in Nigerian British English. It will be like transient or transient. In America, it will be transient. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw our attention to also the way Toastmaster Razak Odejayi linked measure up with the R, there are some English words that demand that you link up the ending R with the other word following it. You did that beautifully. And I also like, well, let me leave that. Let me draw attention to some things I believe we might not have done quite well. Please let's note excitement and not excitement, because please, and when we pronounce Anna, do please remember that the H in that word is silent. For some of these are voiced and voiceless dental fricatives. I'm talking about the TH. We have these intrusive accents in our words. Please let's try and see how we can stop pronouncing TH as D or T. So when we have moth or bath, don't let's say moth or bath or something like that. And if it should be these or this, let's not say this or that. Past participle of get in British English is got. So it is gets, got. I get what you're saying. I got it from you. I got it in the past, I mean. So it's Americans that use the word gotten. But in British English, it's always get, got, not get, got, gotten. Favorite, and not favorite, because British will always say favorite. And at this juncture with U-R-E and not junction. So when you're saying at this juncture, Madam President, usually many times, although there are hundreds of words where you don't use that word or that rule, but many times when we have S in between two vowel sounds, it's usually assumes the Z sound, but it's not all the time anyway. We just have to understand with practice which ones will follow that rule. But that's why we say visa, that's why we say basic, and that's why we say president. Gesture and not gesture. Gesture, please, it has a J sound. Our club is Toastmasters Club, and each member is a Toastmaster. Let's not forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, for the word of the day, well, did I mention that I also loved when Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi, when you talked about leadership and you said, at the very least, we are responsible for leading our lives, I thought that was ingenious. For the word of the day, well, I'm so glad that everyone, or nearly everyone that spoke today, used the word of the day. Madam Vice President Education, Toastmaster Lovett, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho, Toastmaster Edmund Almeida. By the way, Toastmaster Edmund Almeida, you should tell us how to pronounce your name properly. Toastmaster Abiola Akinyemi, Toastmaster Yobami Atolagbe, Mr. President, sir, Toastmaster Dejaye, everyone used the word of the day, and beautifully too. But then, usually we want to crown somebody as the person who uses the word of the day the most. Before I say that, could we all unmute if we have enough time and use that word, camaraderie, camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Camaraderie. Thank you so much.
Camaraderie.
Lovely, lovely. The person, the Toastmaster who used the word of the day the most today, ladies and gentlemen, and who deserves our applause, he is the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. Thank you so much, and it's back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so kindly for that brilliant feedback, and apologies for the glitches. Okay, so next on the call, we have the quiz master. Please welcome our diligent quiz master, TM Tosin Dalmeda, to the virtual lectern. TM Tosin, the virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. In the spirit of camaraderie, I would like to ask a few questions and to test our listening skills over the course of the speeches. One of the first questions I want to ask is this. For Jabita Adewale, what personal story did she share? Does anyone have an answer for me? Sorry, did he share? I think this, yes, it's a he. Anyone?
Yes, it's speak.
Career, did he transit from to the other? Can anyone remember?
Yes, I will go for that. He was an educator and then he transited to accounting.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay, second question for TM Ahmed. I would like to ask, what's the name of the blog that he opened for the packaging? The name of the blog he opened. Anyone? It seems like the spirit of camaraderie is a bit, I don't know, it's going down. I think we need to pump it up a little bit. So the name of the packaging company was the Nigerian Packaging Magazine. That's the name of the blog that he opened. Okay, so for the third question, for TM Abiola Akiemi, what slogan did she use? A popular slogan that she used that is very common everywhere. Can anyone give me that, please?
Who will bathe the cat?
Just do it.
Correct. Just do it by Nike. Thank you so much for that. Okay, and the last question for Paul Alfredo, the first person who spoke. Can anyone tell me what proverb that he used in his speech?
As you lay your bed, so you lie on it.
Thank you so much for that. And that brings me to the end of my questions or my session. Back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Tosin. Yes, you did it.
Thank you.
You did it. Thank you so kindly for confirming our listening skills. Thank you. And I think that's all. I don't know. Did the Alcanta give her report? I was missing in action, so I'm not sure if the Alcanta's given her report. I don't know.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, so the Alcanta, TM Benita, are you on the call?
Yes. Can you all hear me?
Okay, so the great Alcanta, please. The virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm already on, I've closed for the day and my background now changed. So actually, it was a fantastic meeting today, and I listened attentively to make sure that I capture the post fillers users. But unfortunately, I was unable, but I tried during the table topic and the table topic evaluator and the prepared speeches and the general evaluator. So I was able to capture during the table topic only, and that's the first speaker. I didn't get her name right, but the first speaker used a post fillers 2 times. The second speaker, Adewale Jabita, used once, and the third speaker, Kikelomo, used post filler once. Those are the time I was able to get a post fillers during their speeches. So we did very well, and I want to encourage each and every one of us to continue doing well during our speeches. Thank you all, and that is my report.
Thank you very kindly, TM Benita. That was simple, sweet, and sensational. Thank you. So now I deeply appreciate everyone, each and every one, the speech evaluators and the evaluation team for that insightful evaluations. Thank you most graciously. And now I will commence my overall evaluation of the meeting. The overall evaluation. Okay, so the meeting started. The meeting room was open 3:30, and I can say we are within we started within specification, plus or minus 2. So TM Kehinde Ajola, well done. I must commend you. We keep moving. So Toastmasters and valid guests were welcomed and to the meeting. The club president was well introduced to the meeting. He gave his remarkable speech, opening speech, which was quite inspirating and inspiring. The theme of the meeting, Find Your Why, was duly explained by Mr. President, and the Toastmaster the TMOD was quickly introduced. The TMOD's winsome smile was engaging, and guests were duly informed about Toastmasters and the meeting format. The TMOD effectively introduced the general evaluator, the table topics master, and speakers. Our evaluation team. The timer did a great job, a very fantastic job by standing in for TM Kehinde. That was a great one, TM Joseph. I must congratulate you for stepping into the role. Thank you. I was highly captivated with the way the grammarian introduced the word of the day, camaraderie. She made us understand the importance of using the word while we speak, and she encouraged everyone to use it as well. Highly commendable, our distinguished TM, Rashidat Salih Bello. The art counter diligently monitored the use of fillers and filler words, and her delivery was spectacular. Our quiz master, TM Tosin Taumeda, she did a fantastic job. This is her first time taking a role in Merit Toastmasters Club. So I must commend her, highly commendable TM Tosin. Keep moving, keep the momentum moving, and the more you speak, the better you become. Thank you so kindly, TM Tosin, for taking up that role, and we hope you pick more roles in future. Table Topics Master, our delectable Madam IPP. She selected her topics in a way that was understandable, entertaining, and you can say it's kind of aligned with our theme of the meeting. I observed our guests were engaged, and we had there was a quite mix, 2 guests and 1 Toastmaster. That was great. Great job, Madam IPP. Fantastic. Then to our table topics evaluator. Wow, wow, wow. TM Emeka, hey, that performance was spectacular, electrifying, motivating. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, I was greatly astonished. Many thanks, TM Emeka, for your enlightening reports. Wow, bravo, kudos. Well done, TM Emeka. I was also highly impressed and mesmerized with our president, Mr. TM Ayobami Atobagbe. I was highly mesmerized. Well, you can agree with me that his appearance was top notch. Okay, so you delivered your evaluation like a pro, and I appreciate your level of confidence. Great job, TM Ayobami, Mr. President. I also want to congratulate you, and I agree, and I hope that with time, within a short time, you will embrace greater stage and with a larger crowd. Well done, TM Ayobami. Well done. So the second speech evaluator, TM Razak Odejayi's delivery was enthralling and articulated. Also, you will consider His energy, the energy was also top notch. His voice, the audience, we were engaged. TM Razak, your evaluation was remarkable. And I also must congratulate you. Well done, everyone. Well done, our evaluators. Well done. Well done, our speakers. Well done. We did a great job today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are still, well, just a little bit over time. This 6:15. I would like to appreciate everyone that participated in this segment, that contributed to the success of this segment. I want to say thank you. And at this junction, I will relinquish control to the TMOD, our very own TM, Fumi Omotosho.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Love it, Val Adenu, for the camaraderie of your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, time is fast spent, so we are not going to spend too much time to wrap up the meeting. It's time for us to have the results of the polls. We voted earlier, we voted for the best, or do we want to vote for the better evaluator now? Or did we? We did? Okay, we did. Okay, so it's time for us to know who the best table topic speaker is, the best or the better prepared speaker, and the better evaluator. So let's start from drum rolling. And up for the champion. The best table topic speaker is wow, Toastmaster Kikeloma Oduyebo. Congratulations. Is she still on the call? Are you still on the call, Toastmaster Kike? Doubtful. She's no longer at. Mr. President, you can send it to her, or you may send it to me too, so that it can be delivered to her. She's left the call. Congratulations, and congratulations to all the table topics respondents, aspiring Toastmaster Paul and aspiring Toastmaster Adewale Jabita. Well done. You guys performed excellently, but there has to be a winner. So the better speaker, according to our poll, is drum rolling, drum rolling. Oh, Toastmaster Abiola Kiyemi, congratulations, Madam VPM. Just do it. Congratulations. Last but not least, the better prepared speaker, the better prepared evaluator awards goes to none other than, thank you, Mr. President. Let's have the Toastmaster Razak Odejayi. We have a lot of champions in the house today. Toastmaster Ayobami, Toastmaster Razak, Toastmaster Emeka. Everybody is a champion. I'm looking forward to Merit Toastmasters Club producing more champions, especially in this dispensation. I can't wait. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. And right now it's time for me to hand over the lectern to a man of purpose, poise, and panache, our president. But before I go, I would like to say thank you very much, Merit Toastmasters Club, for having me today. Thank you for the opportunity for me to serve as your Toastmaster of the day. This is my own club. This is the club that took me from a stammerer, that took me from somebody that cannot complete a sentence in English language without either mixing it with Pidgin as a Wafarian or mixing it with Yoruba. But I learned to own my public speaking skills after joining Merit Toastmasters. Because I would like to say a very big thank you to the new leadership. I wish you success, exponential success. And just know that I'm always there for you, for this administration, for every member of Merit, for every member of the division. I leave you with the words of the American poet, author, and educator, who says, great is the heart of the beginning, but greater is the art of the ending. Over to you, our president, Toastmaster Ayobami Atola. We love the presidential look. Keep it up. It's different from the t-shirts that we are used to. Over to you.
All right, before I thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, for your excellent delivery of your role, and definitely carried us all together along as a model we do. Thank you so much for that. Before I give a closing remark, I will do something very fast because you all know that I love taking pictures, right?
Especially in this nice dress. You're looking like an American president too.
If not exaggerating, I spoke with Barack Obama some few years in the future. So if that is a good construct of English, just permit me that I spoke to him in a few years to come. So please turn on your videos. That is the purpose of this picture taking. Do me the honor, as I request of us to turn on our videos, turn on the camera so our videos can show. If you're a guest, don't feel shy. The purpose of this meeting is for us to build that confidence, and that is the first stage of doing that. So turn on your video. Maybe Ella, Blessing, Eniola, Olayinka, Charles, Chidima, Fumi, Abio, okay. Abiola, can you hear me? Oh, that's definitely IPP. If you can, Tosin Damelda, if you can, Benita, Toastmaster Benita, if you can, would be most appreciated. And by the way, so you know, he joined as a guest, and while the meeting was going on, I can call him a Toastmaster in the person of Toastmaster. In the person of Toastmaster Adewale Jabita, right? While the meeting was going on, he registered. Hello. So that tells the power of what a good meeting can do. Thank you very much, and I look forward to working together in person of Toastmaster Adewale Jabita. Now I'm going to count down.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. From 10 to 0. Just think about somebody giving you $1 million right now. How will you smile? Just picture it. Coming from somebody that I know that needs it pretty well. Old body, like all those children will definitely old body well. All right, I'm going to take another one. Just keep it smiling. And this time I want us to say something. See, everybody say, more. Yes. Now that doesn't sound like mushy, but I just wanted us to smile. Thank you so much. And hopefully we have every other person turn on over time. Keeping it short, I will want to say, in the word of what I said when I was introduced first as a president, I said, to whom much is given, much is expected. And on the other hand, I'm here today not because of me being the best in the position, but as a result of challenges I've been able to swing my sword on, and most importantly, resting on the shoulders of giants. Celebrating 14 years in Merit Toastmasters, or as Merit Toastmasters, and my 3rd year as a Merit Toastmasters member and also now an executive, I would tell you it has been a learning part. It has been a growth part. It has been a blessing. And I believe every single person that decides to be part of this, that decides to be part of Merit Toastmasters, that decides to start the journey in Toastmasters International, it will pay you beyond what you can imagine. And please, don't treat it as just anything. Treat it as a path to growth, as a path to impact. And definitely as a path to a career expansion, because that is what it has done for me, and it can do the same for you. And with no further ado, I will love to adjourn today's meeting. Before I do that, please permit me to share this. In our subsequent meetings, we are going to be looking into what I call the GLT assembly. For a personal mantra for this administration from the Office of the Presidency, I'm on the mantra of growing leaders together, because I believe when we work together, we grow together. And when you know better, you do better. The assembly is GLT, Growing Leaders Together Assembly. And we're going to be looking into 3 areas, picking one of it every single meeting. That is the Mentors Corner, that we're going to use 5 minutes on to let you understand the power of mentorship. Member Success Story, where people get to share their story. And also Leadership Challenge of the Week, which I believe we can start this one right now. It's going to be a small action for us members to do 1 or 2 things, either by inviting a certain number of guests or volunteering for the next role, and most importantly, completing a pathway or mentoring a new member. So you decide. Mentors Corner, Member Success Story, Leadership Challenge of the Week. And with that, I will say thank you so much, and I would love to adjourn this meeting to the next meeting date, which is the 23rd of July 2026. And by the way, it's going to be a strict physical session. Strictly physical section. And I hope every single one of you joining online will be there physically to experience it. Nobody should assume anything. The purpose of this is for us to intertwine, interoperate, learn from each other. So please don't sit back on Thursday behind the laptop. We would love everybody to be there physically to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And with that, I will say thank you so much to all the executive members, from the Office of the Vice President's Education to the Vice President Membership, to the Vice President Public Relations, to the Secretary, to the Treasurer, and definitely to the SAA, without leaving behind all the presidents that have served. And I believe they are still serving one way or the other. We so much appreciate you. And definitely our guests, we love you, but don't sit on the fence. Cross over and have, not only a taste, a full plate of this buffet to becoming the best that you can. Thank you so much, which I believe I need someone to concur or to join in regarding the adjournment of this meeting. Who will love to do that for us?
I, Toastmaster Ahmed Umar, second motion for adjournment to the next meeting day.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed, for that. Our immediate past Vice President membership. And with that, the floor is open for networking. In case we want to introduce ourselves, you can just raise up your hand. But if you think you need to be somewhere right now, we should buy extra 30 minutes.
Not seconded this, Mr. President.
No, I actually called for the adjournment already, and somebody has seconded it.
Somebody seconded. Oh, yes, please. I didn't get that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for noticing that. I appreciate it. And with that being said, not just to play music and assume, I would love to meet us. And I believe a lot of you, for new members, I'm going to be calling you personally. I would love to know you, and I would love to meet you. And most importantly, I would love to have you to be part of this great family. And as it goes, I don't know, because I believe there's still going to be some there's always wise wisdom in the mind of leaders. Would our IPP want to say 1 or 2 things in the person of Toastmaster Ebundameda? Definitely. Thank you so much. Your mic is okay.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone, once again. And this is an amazing, I like the energy at which we've started this new administration. Kudos to our president. And this is to encourage everyone that we have this mantra in Merit. In case we have not emphasized it enough, it's one for all for one. And like the president said, it's a leadership journey, and not just only a public speaking journey, but a leadership journey. And together, we'll definitely not just improve ourselves, but improve our environment and the world at large. So I'll just leave that and find your why in everything you do so that you can make more meaningful impact. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Find your why. I found mine. Toastmaster Razak Odejayi, our IPP, you want to say one or two things?
I just want to congratulate the new administration leaders. This is one of a great start. I counted the number of attendees at this meeting. I was mesmerized. Congratulations to everyone and all the best to the rest of the days ahead.
Thank you.
Well done.